Well, Happy New Year, everybody. This is the time of the year where myself and all the other success trainers and personal growth and development guys, wealth creation guys, we're all talking about your New Year's resolutions, how to turn your dreams and your goals into reality. Now, I've done a video like this every year for the last 7 or 8 years and given lots of good information, solid information. But I want to give you a little bit of a different twist. I always like to kind of change things up and, if you will, get you to view things from a little bit different perspective. You know, so many times people I found as students, when they hear something, I know when I'm a student, I hear something, but when someone just changes a little bit of the way I'm looking at it, sometimes a message that for whatever reason I just hadn't heard properly, that little bit of a tweak makes all the difference. So let's talk about your goals and your dreams and what you're going to achieve in 2012, but let's do it a little bit different. And let's go back to when you were a child, not necessarily a little kid, but when you were kind of young and naive and maybe you didn't understand the value of money and you were optimistic. This before you became realistic or even maybe gone to the jaded stage, and you were pretty fired up about life. And you had what I call your dream circle, you know, and in your dream circle, what were some of the stuff you're going to have? You're going to have a big mansion, you know, on an acre of lot, and you're going to have, you know, a fancy, maybe a Mercedes or a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or whatever, you know, maybe if you're not into that stuff, the biggest pickup truck with the biggest tires in the world, the most amazing stereo system. Whatever flips your trigger, you're going to have a boat, or maybe you're going to have a yacht or a ship, something along those lines. Maybe your own airplane, maybe your own helicopter. You know, you're going to live in an incredible neighborhood. Ladies, you're going to have the jewelry, not just the ladies, the guys like the jewelry too. Maybe you're going to have the top-notch designer clothes, the couture if it's the gals, or, you know, just the very finest stuff, the Brioni suits, the super ties, all that kind of good stuff. What else we're going to do? Oh, we're going to have a perfect spouse. Ooh, yeah, we're going to have that going on. We're just going to have all this different stuff that filled up. We're going to be in excellent shape, you know, physical dynamos. So we have this dream circle that was filled up with all this stuff. We're going to travel all over the world. We're going to do it in first class situations and just on. We're going to have cash, baby. Lots and lots and lots of cash in the bank. So we're going to do all that stuff. Big portfolio, big dream circle. Then we go through school and we get into the real world and we get our income circle. And that obviously becomes a problem. Now, we have two choices here, but I'm going to tell you what I did and what most of you have done and what virtually everyone else in the world does is we take this gigantic dream circle and we reduce it so our dream circle now matches our income circle, or our dream circle maybe is even a little bit smaller than our dream circle if you can get close enough to see that. And the bottom line is then we're okay, because then we don't get disappointed with unrealized aspirations and stuff. So we start going through here and go, you know, who needs a yacht? I mean, really, you know, I don't even go out in the water that much, and I can always hang out with a friend who's got a boat and a mansion. Oh my gosh, you know, what a paying, as long as I have a roof over my head, plus who would cut the grass and the taxes and, you know, a car, you know, who needs the Mercedes or that's something that gets you from point A to point B. You know, couture clothes, man, you're way overpaying for all that garbage. Who needs a bunch of cash? I just need enough money to get by. You know what I mean? Oh, season tickets of my favorite team. I'll watch it on TV. An airplane, give me a break. Commercials, fine. And you get the point. We just go through and we, you know, I don't need to have all that jewelry and be going. You know, who needs any of this stuff? You know, I can reduce down any of those unrealistic childhood dreams I had, and now I've got a workable dream circle. Well, that's one possibility. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is to keep your dream circle, this will freak some of you out, and just dramatically increase your income circle. And once again, as we sit here right now, and some of you are going to make goals, I know what a lot of you are going to do. You're going to write down a goal that you believe is realistic for you to achieve. You know what I mean? And the thing is, if you're going to make a big leap from where you are to where you want to get to, you've got to think differently. You've got to get outside of the box, guys. You can't just do the same old, same old. Now, years ago, it would be a tough situation because a lot of people go, well, for me to increase my income, what are you going to do in this horrible economy? Go to your boss and say, excuse me, but could you increase my income by about 200 or 300% because I'd like to increase my dream circle? You'll get fired. They'll probably run you out of town as a lunatic. On the other hand, in this day and age, you can do a second time. You can start your own business. There's a rebirth of entrepreneurship all over the world due to the bad economy. See, the bad economy is obviously bad, but it's good in a lot of ways because it's making people uncomfortable. In order to get what you really want, you got to get outside the box. I made the vast majority of my money in network marketing. And you can do network marketing definitely holding on to your full-time job and doing something part-time, 5, 10, 15, 20 hours a week. I love the book Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk, who's one of the most dynamic online marketing experts in the world. And in Gary's book, he's like, look, you've got a job, you pay your bills, you take care of your family, you do everything you normally do. But then if you get an online business, you can do it any time of the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So the bottom line is wait until everyone's asleep and just get less sleep, man. Stay up late at night. Work until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning if you want to have your own business. If increasing your dream circle, increasing your income circle to match your dreams, if it's important, then step up, because guess what? Flying first class is nicer. And you know what? Having a Mercedes, I've had a Mercedes convertible for years, and my car's not just something that gets me from point A to point B. I like going from point A to point B. Sometimes I just get my car and drive somewhere even though I have nowhere to go because I just enjoy my car so much. And on and on and on. People who say it's lonely at the top are a bunch of people who aren't at the top who are justifying, guys. It is cool. It's wonderful. It's a good feeling to increase your income circle. So it's time to step up. It's time to do something different, okay? If you think the way you've always thought, you'll do the same things you've always done. You're going to get the same things in return. So if you're sitting here putting together a game plan, how you're going to increase your income dramatically in 2012, but you're not going to do anything different, then you're going to be like so many other people who make a New Year's resolution and by the end of January they've already given up on it. That doesn't work. Bottom line is have a different plan of action. If you want more, you've got to do more. Why do so many people want maximum results out of life and they want to put in the minimal effort? Put out maximum results for the year 2012. You don't have to do it forever, but at least do it for the first 3 months of 2012. Give yourself a fighting chance. Make the numbers your friend. Do what you know is necessary. Deep down in your heart, don't you know you're going to have to do a lot more if you want to increase your income circle to match your dream circle? And start one by one. Adding items back. Maybe you put the car back in and you start increasing the size of your dream circle. And maybe you do take that amazing vacation to Paris or Hawaii, whatever flips your trickle. You don't have to blow the whole thing back up to where it was when you were a child the first year. But what if you increase it substantially in 2012 and then by 2014 or 15 your dream circle's bigger than it's ever been? Because let me tell you something, that's my life. My life now is far in excess of what I dreamed about when I was a kid. I'm talking to you from my beautiful office inside my beautiful $1 million home in Dallas. You got to be kidding me. I never even thought I'd own a house. I didn't think when I lived in New Jersey I could get $5,000 or $10,000 together as a down payment for a small condo. Way beyond. My cars, my mom and dad never even owned a new car. I didn't think I'd own a new car, let alone have a Mercedes convertible for 15 or 20 years running. Traveling, I mean Paris, Hawaii, France, Singapore, all over the world, guys. London, just having a blast and staying in the best hotels and flying business or first class. I'm telling you, my life is way beyond my dreams. It didn't happen overnight, though. I made a decision. I took a chance. See, if you're waiting for your ship to come in, you're going to have a long wait. You got to jump in the water and swim to it. My mentor said, you want to get rich, you got to make things happen. You can't wait for things to happen. You can't rely on the kindness of other people. You got to stir it up, because the worst thing that happens is you fail, and if you fail, you get back up and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. Let's make 2012 a real shift in your life, guy. Let's stir things up. Let's really go out there and make something happen. Let's take a quantum leap in the right direction. Like I said, you may not get it all this year, but let's take a good step towards where you really ultimately want to be. And first and foremost, you have to increase your income circle if you're going to really live your life dream. So that's my message for 2012. Hopefully you're going to save this video and replay it again and again and again. And my biggest desire is by the end of the year you look back at this and this was something that inspired you to make a significant, real change that turned into tangible results in your life.